All right, we're going to look at how to view your ad reporting or your campaign reporting. So we're going to head to advertising, down to ad reporting. Here you're going to see the highlights from all of your campaigns. So these are kind of your KPIs across every campaign in this account. As we scroll down, you'll see these are the different campaigns, and I've got the Meta integration set up in my account. So I'm actually seeing ad campaigns from Meta as well. Now, there's a few ways you can filter this if you want to only look at let's say we want to look at everything except for Meta ads, and I will apply all. And now we will just see any of the programmatic campaigns that I've set up here in my Foundy account. I'm going to remove that filter. If you want to check the performance of an existing campaign, these column views are customizable here a little bit if you want. You can turn certain things on and off. Over here, the Actions tab, this is where if you have an existing campaign that's up and running and you want to edit it, you can click Edit here. A few other things you can do in that area in terms of accessing your pixel, sharing a report, duplicating or stopping a campaign as well. And then if you actually collect or click on one of these campaigns, it'll pull up that actual campaign reporting page as well. So, down here at the bottom, I'll just work our way back up. You'll see the different size banners, the examples of the creatives here that I was using. This is my top 10 domain performance outline. So you can download the full report in a CSV file, but these are going to be your top 10 placements for this campaign. In this particular campaign, I was targeting a mix of kind of premium music websites such as Discogs and Rolling Stone, as well as more alt indie kind of news publications. So many of these come from our Americana and indie domain list, but also added some stuff in here around like health and wellness, New York Times. So you see some general news publications as well. Again, this is just your top 10. You could, of course, click on download full report here. If you were targeting both, in this case, I'm just targeting premium domains, but if you were targeting both, then you might see a lot of kind of random domain or app placement URLs here. So you could always just toggle over here, click premium, and it'll just show you what the platform kind of deems as your top premium placements. Now, as we scroll up, you're going to see your impressions and clicks total for the life of the campaign, click-through rate versus your actual daily breakdown here. If we were tracking conversions, which in this campaign I'm not, this is a cold campaign prospecting, potential new fans. Then you see CPM, CPC here, spend and budget. Again, all of these numbers are kind of total versus your daily spend breakdown. In this case, this CPM is actually quite a bit lower than we see on average. Our typical CPMs are around $4 to $5, depending a little bit on the placements. We do sometimes, as you can tell here, see lower CPMs. This is not actually bad cost per click considering the placements that we're getting traffic on. So not a bad CPC there. And then this is going to be your addressable audience. So this is a remarketing audience that's being built. As you can see down here, there was a total so far in this campaign of 13,844 impressions. Out of those impressions that have been served, roughly, we'll say 7,800, there's an audience of about 7,800 that we could remarket to. Now, because I'm using some of these creatives that you see down here have actually been utilized in other campaigns. So those audiences could be building off of other campaigns as well, which is why you typically see this kind of variance in the click audience versus the number of clicks that you get here. I will also mention, all of this ad reporting is actually currently being pulled through from our ad tech partners. So everything is up to IAB standards. Sometimes we have seen, like, driving traffic, for example. If I were driving traffic to a Foundy page that you've built in your in your account here, you could always kind of come into your short links or your music pages and actually cross-reference, how many number of page views, the link or the page has had based on that ad campaign if you're using it solely for that ad campaign. So I just say that to say that sometimes the metrics in terms of ad reporting, we have seen more traffic driven from Foundy ads. I've done testing across Google Analytics and Foundy metrics as well as ad reporting. And more times than not, the number of clicks that we see on these web and mobile campaigns is oftentimes reporting less number of clicks. So in this case, 13 clicks then maybe the Foundy page or the URL if you're using UTM parameters in your links for tracking on the analytics side. I just basically implore you to kind of also do some additional tracking to make sure that these numbers all make sense to you. From here, under the advertising area, again, I mentioned actions. You could always come up, click share report if you needed to send this off to a third-party partner or a team member that doesn't have access to your Foundy account. You could do that here. But yeah, that's the general overview of campaign reporting. Now, this was a web and mobile display banner campaign. I don't think I have any CTV campaigns in this account. Let me toggle back into our customer service account. If we look strictly for CTV, let me see. Let's just do CTV. Okay, now we'll see. This is a new deal package test that we were running earlier this year. So a lot of the reporting is going to be similar here. One thing to call out, you're actually going to be looking at a cost per view as opposed to a CPM with video campaigns. You can see here your placement. It says website performance, but these are deal publishers essentially. So you can see that this was targeting a sports deal that was built here. These are kind of custom deals based across all live sports. So this is a little bit different than if you were targeting strictly on, these are kind of grouped deals. Let me find an older campaign that I have. So this will show you, it's been a little while, so it might take a minute for this campaign's data to build here. Yeah, this is quite a bit older. Let's see. All right, here we go. So this is an older campaign from last year that we were running. Cost per view, 5 cents, which is right around our platform average. Total number of views. Now, the thing to mention with CTV campaigns, you're not likely to get clicks because these are primarily being served on people's TVs within their living rooms or wherever they're watching it. It could certainly be like a web or mobile device as well if they're using a streaming or smart streaming platform on their phone or their desktop or laptop. But here's the top deal performances here, so you can see these different types of reporting here: Fox versus Paramount versus A&E, Paramount, CBS, etc. So yeah, that's kind of the general thing. If this was an audio campaign, you would see whether it's Spotify, iHeart, depending on your targeting, you would see that kind of updated performance here as well. If you have any questions about ad reporting or want some suggestions around strategy, please don't hesitate to reach out and let us know. We're always here to help. Otherwise, have a great day and happy marketing.